almost without fail, every time I've interviewed someone for a position where Excel is a desired skill set, they mention that they know how to do things like VLOOKUP. Well, today, if you mention that, I'm going to ask you, where did you learn that? From a video you rented at Blockbuster? That is completely outdated. And in today's video, I'm going to show you why and why you should be using XLOOKUP instead. So if you still need to be convinced that XLOOKUP is better than VLOOKUP, we're going to try two very simple tests. The first one is I want to return the product category based on the product name. So in this case, I'm going to do two examples, VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, and we're looking up the ink pens, which should return the product category of office supplies. We'll start here with VLOOKUP, and we're going to do the lookup value is the ink pens. The table array is here, which contains both columns that have the information that we want, both the lookup range and the return array. And then we're going to do column index. But this is where it fails, because you need to specify which column in the table array contains the value that you want to return. So in here, we can't actually do that because column 1 is the product category. All right, so let's do this, see what happens there. And that's NA. Column 2 is NA and doesn't work. Why? Because you have to have the product category be to the right of product name. So automatically VLOOKUP is not going to help us. But we can do that with XLOOKUP. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to look up the product name and we're going to just specify here the return array, which is independent of the lookup array, which is independent of the return array. We're going to select the return array here. If not found, blank. Match mode is 0 and hit enter. And there we go. XLOOKUP does work for this. Another example is if I want to look up the region. So I've already done a VLOOKUP here, which seems to work just fine, right? Because region is to the right of sales rep. So a VLOOKUP works. But what if I want to get the current region that Jane Doe is in, which if you follow the data here, you'll see that Jane Doe got transferred to the north region. So this is always going to pull up the first instance. That's it. You have no other options. But you do with XLOOKUP. So if I do XLOOKUP, same thing. Jane Doe is the lookup value. I'm going to look up Jane Doe in the sales rep column. The return array is going to be the region. If not found, blank. And then match mode is 0. But you have another option here, which is instead of search first to last, you can search last to first. That's the -1. Select that. And now it's going to give us the fact that Jane Doe is currently in the north region. So another example why XLOOKUP is superior.